All right, today we're diving into something truly fascinating. It's a system that proposes language isn't just something we speak, but something we literally are. We're going to explore the human body as a living, breathing electrical circuit, with the Arabic alphabet as its blueprint. I know, it sounds pretty out there, but you're going to want to stick around for this.
So this is the central claim from the source material, the mystery we're going to unpack. The idea here is to forget that these characters are just abstract symbols for sounds. Instead, this system says they are a direct map, a schematic of the human body itself.
So let's just start with that question. Really think about it. What if the letters we write and read were actually a kind of user manual for our own anatomy, our own consciousness? That's the incredible journey we're about to go on.
The model we're looking at is called System 19, and its core idea is both simple and, well, profound. Each letter corresponds to a very specific spot in the body, or a function, or a role in how life force moves through us. You can almost think of it like an operating system written directly into our biology.
Okay, first up, let's look at the main central axis. In the system, this is called the vertical command line. Picture a primary channel running straight down from the top of your head to the base of your spine. This is the pathway that takes an intention, a command, and actually moves it through the body to make something happen.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. This whole channel is mapped by letters. It starts up top with Aleph, at the crown of the head, acting like an antenna, picking up awareness. That signal then goes to the tongue, which is Lam, where it gets turned into a code or a command. From there, it moves down through the gut, Ra, for processing. And finally, it grounds itself at the base of the body, the root, with the letter Nun, the very seat of our survival instinct.
But, none of this can work without something to synchronize it all. And in System 19, that synchronizer is your breath. The breath cycle law is what defines one complete cycle of life, and it's all governed by a sequence of 3 specific letters right there in your chest. And this just lays it out perfectly. The inhale is governed by the letter Ha, which represents the entry of life or a command into the system. That little pause when you hold your breath, that's Ha, and its job is to stabilize the system state. And then the completion of that cycle, the seal, is represented by Ta Marbuta. Inhale, hold, seal. That's one complete circuit.
So if that vertical axis is our internal command line, how do we actually interact with the outside world? Well, that brings us to the horizontal engine. This is the part of the circuit that projects outwards, the part that takes action, and it runs on pure electricity.
This really clarifies the difference, doesn't it? The vertical axis is all about the internal life cycle, where a command begins. But the horizontal engine, that's all about external action, projection, and the electrical nervous system that makes it all go. Think of one as the core processor and the other as the keyboard and screen.
And here are the key players in that action engine. You've got Kaf, which represents the hands, our main tools for interacting with and shaping the world. Then there's Ka, which governs our ability to project images, to simulate things in our mind. And Jim? Well, Jim is the big one. It's the entire nervous system, all the wiring that carries the electrical charge.
And the law of Jim is just fascinating. It suggests that the human body is fundamentally built from 2 spirals, the brain up top and the gut down below. These 2 incredible processing centers are connected by the electrical wiring of the nervous system. This whole geometry is seen as the core design of our biological machine.
Okay, so we've got the components, right? We have the command line and the action engine. But what holds it all together? What's the architecture? This next part covers the principles of flow, containment, and the central balance point that makes the entire circuit function as one.
So this whole architecture really relies on 2 key concepts. First, you have Wa, which represents flow and connection, the current itself. But, for a current to flow, it needs a container, some wiring, and that is represented by Ba, the vessel that holds the entire system.
So how is this container, this vessel, actually formed? The system says it's created by a kind of polarity, something called a critical lock. The first pole is the foundation, right at the base of the body, and it's represented again by that letter Nun. This is our ground wire, our connection to the earth, our survival drive.
And the second pole, it's a perfect reflection of the first one. The crown, that antenna for awareness we talked about, is seen as a mirror image of the root, so you have another Nun at the very top. This is what creates the positive and negative terminals you need to form a contained, functioning circuit.
And this just puts it all together beautifully. You take the 2 poles, the root Nun plus the crown Nun, and they lock together to form Ba, the vessel. This is the critical lock. It's what contains our life force and allows the whole system to actually work.
Now, smack dab in the center of this vessel, governing absolutely everything, we find the heart field. It's represented by the letter Sin, and it's positioned perfectly between that upper spiral of the brain and the lower spiral of the gut. It is the master regulator of the whole show. So, why is the heart so important here? Well, it's said to hold two oceans, balancing the systems above and below it. It literally sits between the two main spirals. But most importantly, it uses the ordering command of the breath, Ha, to stabilize the potential chaos of the electrical system, Jim. It brings order to the electricity.
And this all leads to a really radical reframing of what the heart does. In System 19, the heart isn't primarily a mechanical pump pushing blood around. No, it's the central governor, the master regulator that maintains rhythm, order, and coherence across the entire human circuit.
So now, let's put it all together. We've looked at the vertical axis, the horizontal engine, and the unifying architecture that holds them. It's time to see the complete code revealed, the full human circuit laid bare.
And there it is, the whole map. Awareness enters through Aleph, gets expressed by Lam, and is put into action by Kaf. And it's all flowing through the vessel of Ba, powered by the pure electricity of Jim, and kept in perfect, beautiful balance by the heart's Sin. This is the anatomical alphabet.
And this statement, it just summarizes the entire model so perfectly. It's poetic, yeah, but it's also incredibly precise. The body is the alphabet. Breath is what writes the sentence. Electricity is what powers it. And the heart is what keeps it all readable.
So, we end on this thought. If a system like this can map our entire anatomy to an alphabet, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other codes might be written into our biology? What other hidden languages are our bodies speaking, just waiting for us to finally learn how to listen?